A shout out to our podcast sponsor, sportsponsorship.co.uk. If you or your business are interested in making a real difference to the Scottish game, supporting hundreds of kids into regular football, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk and they'll find the right fit for your brand. Hello and welcome to Tinpot on Tour. This is episode, let's just check, 14 of this mini-series, our Friday drops. My name is Tom Leask, your host, joined by Andrew Guild.
Hello.
And Matthew Strugnell.
Hello.
Oh dear, yeah, Matthew, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see he's now taken a position on the sofa. He's lying down. He is horizontal. He's gone for the much more relaxed approach, as was his intro. Coming up in this episode, you have a preview of Scotland's World Cup draw. That is happening on Friday the 5th when this episode is dropping. So we're looking at who Scotland might get, what the dream draw would be, looking at what the potential nightmare draw would be, and what the vibes draw would be, as Matthew seems to be the vibes man of the pod. We're going to have our usual predictions, so we're looking at games from League 2, the Championship and the Premiership this week, I think. Is that right, Matthew? Are you on Championship duty?
Yeah, I'm counting you again.
Counting you again, yeah,
Yep.
Lovely. And then we're going to wrap up with a quiz, which, because it is the 7 pods of Christmas, our Advent countdown, it's a different format to what we've had before, and we're trialling some new technology, so all will be revealed towards the end.
The quiz of distances last week on Monday. That was or Tuesday. That was really good.
Well, it's tricky, yeah.
It was tricky, but it was very interesting. Only so many times you can play that round, though, because there's only a certain number of grounds.
Well, yeah, that's it. We're going to try and mix things up as much as we can throughout December, so you're counting down to Christmas with some fun quizzes, Tinpot style.
I just can't stop laughing at Matthew.
Yeah, he's
so chilled out. Where's the inspiration come from? The new sort
of
I'm
just been on the old reels and that, and all the podcast clips come up, and folk are in various just relaxed positions. So I thought, I'm not going to be sitting upright again. I'll just chill.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people watch on YouTube, but I thought the majority of people would listen on the podcast, so the voice sounds the same.
Does sound the same, yeah, I'll give you that, but more of an incentive to tune in on YouTube, I'd say now. So
I'm going to set up soon. I need to crack open a tin of the old
Monster?
No, not today, mate. Lucozade alert.
Alert? What's the difference between alert and just normal Lucozade?
I think caffeine is probably
just what you need at 5 to 10 on a Wednesday evening.
Try and keep up with this so I can be alert for the quiz.
That's it.
I was going to say, you've said that lying down your voice doesn't alter for people that are listening, but I would say you're not going to be able to be as animated as you normally would be if you're up here
actually
gesticulating and stuff, you know?
I feel quite tired, to be fair, like lying down. I just feel like
just going to doze off.
Donald Trump just fall asleep like doing an important discussion about bombing people and stuff and shouting.
Well, if you fall asleep,
you fucking
at least
idiot.
you've got something in common with our listeners if that happens.
Right, quiet, Piggy. Let's get on with it.
Quiet,
okay.
Piggy.
Yeah, quiet, Piggy.
That's what Trump said. I've seen that a bit.
Yeah.
Quiet, Piggy.
So you can now get away with saying that on the pod just because it's a quote.
What's to you, mate? But why would he say that to a reporter? Like,
he said something else as well, didn't he? He was like,
"We're living in a film. This can't be real."
Stupid or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you're stupid. You're an idiot. How can the president of America just be like, "Go quiet, Piggy"? Squeal, Piggy.
He's been cussing quite a lot recently, actually. Oh, sorry, 2 seconds. It's my gin delivery.
Oh, that's Andrew's gin delivery knocking at the door, just in case people are wondering.
I'm going to mute my camera set up to avoid some rustling. Bear with me.
Sorry, guys. This is the most Tinpot start we've had. Matthew's now sitting up. Andrew's getting his gin delivered. It's quite something.
I'm back. I'm ready. I'm
back.
Fueled up. Don't use Lucozade Alert. I use gin instead. So there you go. Different strokes for different folks.
Lovely stuff. Football. Okay. Scotland, as we mentioned at the top of the show, are preparing for their World Cup draw on Friday the 5th. We'll find out the 3 teams that will be facing, the cities that we're visiting, the fountains and squares that we'll be making
Pissing
a mess
in.
of. What's that, mate? Oh, pissing in, yeah.
Pissing in, yeah.
No, we're respectable fans. We just use local restaurants, lavatories instead. So we're looking at the draw for this and sort of talking about each of our dream draws. Who do we want to be up against? For those of you listening in, we'll sort of run through all the teams in the different pots. If you are watching, you'll get a fantastic little graphic, and so will the boys, just to remind them of who's in each pot.
Oh, nice, mate, nice.
Lovely.
That's some quality stuff. Did you make that yourself?
No, it's ripped straight from the FIFA website, of course.
God.
Gianni Infantino's done something right, or one of his underlings has. Anyway, so in Scotland are in pot 3, as we know. What do we make of pot 3? Obviously, we're not going to get drawn against any of those teams in the groups, but do we think that Scotland are one of the better teams in that group? Are we sort of in the middle, or does it belong in pot 3, or are we sort of the fodder from that group? Would other people be looking to get us? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's always, World Cup's always difficult because you have more kind of diddy teams getting in, but I'd say we're quite strong in that pot, to be fair. What else are we looking at? Maybe Egypt, Norway, the Northern African teams, are half decent. But I'd say that we should be much better than South Africa, Qatar, Uzbekistan, Panama. These kind of teams, I reckon that we should be much highly rated there. So I think we are where we kind of deserve to be, personally. What do you guys reckon?
I'll tell you what's a nonsense, mate, just quickly. The seeds are pot 1. Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously. Canada and America and Mexico. Mexico have got some sort of history in the World Cup, but Canada and America, like, top seeds, like, it's an absolute joke. Like, how is that a fair thing?
Just the way it always works.
Well, I know it's a joke. They host it, so fucking what? They're already in it.
Where would they, then they're going to end up with a fucking... There's got to be a benefit to being the home nation, no?
Yeah, you get to play at home.
Yeah, but, you also then don't get, a fucking nightmare draw against, Brazil or something like that.
Battered, knocked out. They'll all be knocked out anyway, no matter if they're fucking first pot or other. It's shite.
Why are you whinging about this anyway? It gives us an opportunity to play a weaker team from pot 1, potentially.
Tom, when do we... You mean England... Well, England can't be there top 1, but we would never get...
Yeah, you're full of shite.
We never get easy teams. We never get... When would we ever get easy pot 1? Like, never. We'll get England or some shite.
Oh, because
nonsense.
The 2 tournaments we've qualified for, one was in our own country, and then the other one was in Germany, where they were the hosts in pot 1, so...
We weren't pot 1 for the Euros, were we?
No, because it was shared among 8 different countries.
It's a bloody conspiracy, that's what I'm telling you.
So you're saying when have we ever? But I'm telling you, you don't have a leg to stand on. Qatar were hosts for 2022. Obviously, they got papped out, 3 losses from 3. Anyway, back to pot 3. Just as a reminder to the listeners, who's in that pot: Norway, Panama, Egypt, Algeria, Scotland, Paraguay, Tunisia, Ivory Coast, Uzbekistan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, South Africa. I think we're definitely in the top 2 or 3 teams in that.
Yeah, we could
pot.
easily be pot 2.
And we're better than probably half of the pot 2 teams, I would argue. Maybe just less than half of them. So I think we're somewhere between the 2.
It's done on rankings. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah. The FIFA rankings, which are a
so
joke
what,
in
you're saying
themselves.
Qatar can play absolute shite, fucking nobodies, and get points, whereas we have to sort of play within the hardest sort of qualifying campaign there ever is in the European side of things, and we're in the same pot as them. It's bizarre.
Well, there'll be some probably teams in those playoff spots. You got, was it Italy? They could be in there. Poland,
Don't get me started
Ukraine,
on the
Sweden, Turkey, Denmark. All these teams are certainly better than a lot of them that are in pot 3, and arguably some that are in pot 2. So I mean, you could end up with a really, really, really challenging group, but at the same time, there's enough in there that in my opinion, there's enough diddy teams that if we got a wee stroke of luck, we could actually have a not bad group.
What annoys me as well about this draw, just looking at it, a draw that's been done before the playoffs have even taken place, which is a nonsense. So you don't it could be this team or this team. Why don't we just fucking do the playoffs, then do the draw? Like, when is this? This is ridiculous.
Because there's a load of logistics that need to happen to organise a tournament like this. You can't just then draw it come March, and you can't make the playoffs any sooner.
Never used to
the
do that.
easiest thing is to organise the team staying in a hotel or their camp or whatever, but everything else they could sort out well before if they know where
Matthew's
everyone's
just
going.
raging. He's just got a
It's
problem
just
with
too
everything.
It's too big, mate. It's just too big. The World Cup's too big.
It's Lounge Matthew. Lounge Matthew is like absolute rage Matthew.
Have a sip of that Lucozade and calm down.
It's no.
It's since he sipped it, he's been fucking mental.
Laced
I
with
heard
beer.
as well that it could be that if you're a high-ranked team that wins the playoff, you could move into a higher pot depending on your ranking. Is that correct, or is that
No,
maybe
that's a
not?
load of pish.
I heard that on a reputable podcast, not this one.
What podcast? Name and shame them. What a joke.
I think it was second captains, perhaps, or it could have been Libero. I don't know. Can't remember. I listened to too many, including this one.
He listens to his own pod and then has to brag about it.
Number one, my rap to Flint. I don't know, man. I'm just a traditionalist, mate. I don't like to see this draw in pot 4. I can't even read that fucking writing. It's so small. Can you tell me?
Yeah,
the teams
sorry,
are, please?
it's clearer on my screen. But anyway, yeah, let's talk about sort of dream draws then, I suppose. Instead of going through each pot and saying who's strongest, who's weakest, like if you're getting what is your dream draw, Matthew? Do you want glamour ties? Do you want something that's going to be easy? Do you want something that's a bit of a challenge, or what's the vibe?
Well, in my opinion, as being the wise man, I'm not fucking waiting 28 years to go to the World Cup to play fucking shite teams. I want to test ourselves against the best teams in the world and stand tall and proud and say, look, we are Scotland and we are here on the world's biggest stage and we're going to go toe to toe. I'm not scared of any of the teams in pot 1. I'm telling you that for a fact. You get battered, it doesn't matter. We're not going to go and play fucking shite. Oh, let's go get Canada so we can beat them, and then get someone else so we can beat them, and then someone else. We'll beat anyone in pot 4. I'll fucking bank that now. So that's pretty much through. And then a glamour tie in the pot 1 and a medium team in pot 2. So there you go. But I want to play Argentina.
Okay, give us your name. So you've said Argentina for pot 1. You said a medium team. What's a medium team from pot 2 that you'd be happy to play?
I like the idea of Africa, so I'll go for Senegal. That's quite interesting.
Okay.
Pot 3, I'll put Scotland in there, and pot 4, I'll go for. Oh, well, it's difficult to choose because there's about 20 teams in the playoffs, so I can't tell you really. I'll just not a European tie. Let's give us a South American team, so Bolivia. There you go. Is
Bolivia.
that ball? Yeah.
Yeah, Bolivia are in the FIFA playoff 2.
Or maybe New Zealand, I don't know. I definitely want us to go to the World Cup and play a memorable game, whether it be like Germany, obviously we got battered, but the whole build up to that game and the whole moment was pretty special for a lot of people. So it'd be quite cool to go to the World Cup and have sort of a moment like that again, or France 98 playing Brazil in the first game, kind of these memories that are more than football,
Fair enough. Argentina, Senegal, Scotland, and Bolivia
That's a good, decent group, mate.
is Matt's group. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure Bolivia and Argentina can't be in the same group.
Oh, mate, I fucked it. Okay, fine. Give me New Zealand then.
New Zealand, okay, fair enough. Good group. That's your dream group. So you're expecting a win against New Zealand. You think we can maybe take a point against Senegal, and then you're thinking Argentina, it's just a glamour tie and a test against the big team, and hopefully against Messi.
If you don't get battered in your game against Argentina, and then you win against pot 4, you're pretty much going to be in the knockouts, like the way it goes.
Well, there were slow starters in the World Cup that they won 3 years ago, Argentina. So yeah, Andrew, your dream tie, your dream pot.
For me, I'm the opposite. I'm totally the opposite, and only because I think that I firmly believe in the Scotland team, and I think that if they manage to get some confidence in that group stage, we'd have an excellent chance of going through and doing something decent. I don't think there's any massive expectations on Scotland going into the World Cup anyway, but looking at even like that Welsh team that did all right in the Euros back, it's quite a while ago now, but looking at the squad kind of pound for pound versus our Scotland team is chalk and cheese in my opinion. So I would really like us to get a little bit of momentum in that group, get a little bit of confidence, and then hopefully get like a nice glamour knockout draw, just to kind of prove our worth, I guess. But I would take like Canada probably, as a home nation. I'd probably like to see that. Maybe Australia, pot 2, and maybe someone like shite in pot 4, like Curacao or whatever the fuck they're called.
Dick Advocates Curacao.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, so I would take a relatively easy group if it was up to me, just because I feel we've got a really good team. I think that we showed our potential in that last game. If that's our momentum, then going into the World Cup, fantastic. I've heard a few rumours about maybe a friendly with Argentina before the World Cup, so that would be awesome preparation. If we have a good account of ourselves at that point and then go into the World Cup with a pretty straightforward group, then great. And it gives Steve Clarke the opportunity to do something that really hasn't been done. It would be amazing to see us go into the groups. Go beyond the group stages and into a knockout tie. And I really couldn't give a shit who we got at that point. Whether it was like Brazil or Argentina or whatever it is at that stage. But I just love to see Scotland get a wee bit of luck with a draw and just get through. That would be amazing. Like, that would be absolutely incredible. So that's what I'd like to see.
That's the dream draw. Yeah, I'm right on your side of the fence, Andrew. To be honest, I want to see us get the easiest tie possible. The big narrative away from the Euros last year was that it was underwhelming, we didn't perform well enough and all that sort of shit. And no one really remembered afterwards that it wasn't an easy group by any stretch. You'd had the host nation in the first game, and you had a really, really sort of good Switzerland side that proved that by beating Italy. And a reasonable Hungary team that had beaten England twice in sort of years just before the Euros. So the narrative after that tournament, no one really remembered that it was a really challenging group. All the criticism was that we didn't do well enough. So if we get another challenging group and get knocked out, that's what people will remember. So yeah, I think for me, if it's a choice between those three hosts, they are the weakest three in pot 1 by a stretch. Mexico, just for the experience, if I do get to go, I think as a football nation, you'd get the opening game at the Azteca as well. It'd be unbelievable.
It'll be incredible, wouldn't it?
It's almost a toss of a coin between those three. I think on their day they can all beat each other. They're pretty similar. I'd say USA might be the weakest of the three. But yeah, like I said, it's a bit of a toss of a coin. If I'm choosing from the other 9 teams in pot 1, it would be Brazil, because I think maybe a controversial opinion or not, I don't know. Brazil, I think we've got a better midfield than Brazil do. In every respect.
Who's starting for Brazil in midfield at the moment?
So Lucas Paqueta at West Ham, Casemiro, who's ancient at Man United. I did have all the names in my head before we came on. Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton's on rotation. So those 4 players. Billy Gilmore or who's there, or Casemiro, I'd take Billy Gilmore. McTominay or Bruno Guimaraes, I'd take McTominay. McGinn or Paqueta, I'd take McGinn. And then wing back positions as well. I think we've got better wing backs. They've got obviously Vinny Jr. and Rodrigo, and then they've got Gabriel at centre half alongside the boy for Real Madrid, Eder Militao. But I think of the rest of those 9 teams, Brazil's form's been gash. And
imagine we got Brazil and beat Brazil. Like, fuck it.
Well, yeah, we've never beaten them, so I think now's the time.
That'd be insane. That's a good shout, to be fair. And yeah, I agree with you. Like, head to head, probably aside from the defensive areas, centre defence probably, and whoever you've got leading the line, it's easy peasy, really, isn't it?
Yeah, in the middle of the park. We're bossing that, and down the sort of the channels, I think our wing backs are up to the level of containing their forwards. Brazil, give us them now. They've got better strength and depth, granted, but we've got the better.
What a story that would be if the 98 World Cup Brazil first game, then 2026 Brazil first game. Just as long as we don't get a European team from pot one, like that'd be so grim if we've got like fucking Portugal or bloody England or some shite team.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
underwhelming. Like.
Yeah, I totally agree. You want to get someone that that's a South American team or well, one of the Americas basically. That's what you want. Yeah, like
don't give us
definitely.
Belgium or someone. Oh my god, that'd be so boring, eh?
That would be shite. That would actually be rubbish. Like I'm actually looking at any of those European teams. I really
biggest
wouldn't be excited.
Biggest thing to avoid is a European team from pot 4. So you've got a 1 in 3 chance of getting a European team in pot 4. There's going to be 4 of the 12 groups with 2 European teams in it. So if you that for this reason, my pot 2 team, if I'm choosing one, Australia are the easiest of the lot, I think. But if we can't get Australia, if we don't get them, I'd choose either Austria, Croatia, or Switzerland.
Iran,
because
how are Iran doing at the moment?
Well, just my reason for saying those 3 European teams is you know what you've got with those 3. We've played them under Steve Clarke in the last 3 or 4 years. It's away in a really, really hot climate, which all those other teams from likes of South America or Africa, they're much better in those climates than we are.
Yeah.
And by getting that European team in pot 2, it avoids us getting a European team in pot 4. So for me, yeah, Australia would be great, but then Croatia, Switzerland, or Austria means that we're guaranteed one of the sort of shiter teams from pot 4. Hopefully, that would be my wish list.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Actually, I think that's fair. The pot 4 is, I mean, obviously it's completely different once the playoffs are done, but I mean, there's some fucking seriously shit teams in there. Ghana's not too bad, but I mean the rest of them at the moment, they're fucking terrible, like absolutely awful teams.
Ghana are like historically they're a good team, but in like recent form they've been pretty shite. They failed to get through to the African Cup of Nations, and I think they've lost a lot of their squad was quite old, a lot of their talent, and that seems to have dropped off. They're ranked there for a reason, I guess, but. Yeah, like you say, they are probably the strongest out of that lot. Curacao, a lot of people are laughing at because that's such a small nation and never qualified before. But according to a lot of people, they're basically like a Dutch reserve team.
Yeah,
they've got a lot of decent players in there.
Some players have pledged allegiance to the flag of Curacao. Sure, some players that played in England. Was it Chong maybe from?
Yeah, I'm just looking at their squad. Tahith Chong, he's playing.
I mean, that's the thing. The expansion is obviously
Locadia. I don't know.
Locadia, yeah. The expansion's good in a sense that it gives like moments for these teams to really have their World Cup moment and the joy of qualifying. But I mean, it could end quite grimly for some of them, like getting absolutely spanked.
It's a bit disappointing though as well if you're looking at a lot of those teams in the playoffs that are not going to make it behind, Cape Verde, Curacao, Haiti, Jordan. It's just like fucking hell. Like
Jordan.
you've got
Get your price, mate.
Katie Price, get a Babs. Poland, Sweden, Ukraine, Italy. Who else have you got? Turkey.
Thing,
yeah. It's just it's mental.
We should have our own tournament, I think, every 2 years, every 4 years, perhaps, that gives everyone a chance.
A European tournament. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a good idea.
A lot of teams that knew that.
Take that to the SFA meeting with you next time. See what you can do.
Yeah, I'll bring that up. I want a British Cup again, mate. Like I'm talking about that. Wasn't that one of my things? Like
that's that's right.
For all the teams in England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland.
Yeah, and the Soccer Aid Championship over the summer.
You need to get this manifesto written down somewhere, Matt. You need to really put pen to paper.
Yeah, well, we could call it the Championship of Europe, maybe. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that would work. Yeah, or
something
Euros
in that
for short or something. I don't know.
And it should be a Swiss model group stage, like 100 million teams, and they all just play like 70 games each.
Yeah.
Team with the most points means
nobody
nothing.
knows if it's head to head. Nobody knows if it's goal difference. You just find out kind of later on.
And then you just do the sort of standard knockout round of 132, and then whittle it down.
9 playoffs.
And the finals at Stars Park. Boom.
Very key detail left to the end. Looking at horrendous draws, we've just touched on those European teams. There's 16 of them in those playoffs for the 4 final spots. Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, Bosnia, in the first one, Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, Albania in the second, Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo, I think, in playoff group C, and then the final one is Denmark, Macedonia, Czechia, and Ireland. I think let's just assume the 4 top sort of seeds from that, or the even the 4 second ones get through. They would without a doubt be the strongest in pot 4, and therefore one of them, we can't really say who it's going to be at this stage, but let's just say one of those teams has to be therefore your pot of, or group of death. If we're trying to make that up, would you agree? So whoever gets through that.
I would say so. You don't want
I think so.
Italy and Wales are annoying. And
I think on in a 2-legged game, Hampden and then away in qualifiers and stuff, I think we're pretty equal to most of those teams, to be fair. But it's just in a one-off World Cup match, a lot of those squads are maybe more experienced than we are.
Yeah,
and
the European,
when you compare to the rest of the teams,
it's the experience. That's why I'm really sort of keen to get as easy a group as possible, because as much as we have qualified for a couple of tournaments, we still don't really have that experience. And as you said, with the tournament in Germany, getting that opener, and then it set us off pretty badly. Wasn't an easy group anyway. It makes it really difficult for an inexperienced Scotland team to try and gain that momentum, and actually show their worth. Whereas if in Italy make it through the playoffs, they're going to come in and be a bit of a threat to anyone in pot 3, pot 2, and pot 1. So just an easy draw. But any of those playoff spots, I really would love to avoid. They don't look apart from the FIFA playoff 1.
Who's in those ones, Tam?
Which Jamaica something and something.
New Caledonia.
That is.
Yeah, you've got New Caledonia, Jamaica, or the Democratic Republic of Congo, I think, DRC.
Okay.
And then the other one's Bolivia, Suriname, and
Iraq.
Yeah.
So
I think
so threatening.
Yeah, we'd take any of those or the other 6 that are already there. But yeah, in terms of group of death, it's one of those European teams. Whoever gets through that, they're going to be better than the other 8 teams in pot 4. Pot 2, for me anyway, like I said earlier, I'd take one of the European teams quite happily, or relatively happily. I think you want to avoid a Uruguay for me, or a Colombia. South American teams in that sort of climate. Yeah. We're not tested against that style of football as well. I feel like that's quite important. Who would your pick be for a group of death out of pot 2?
Pot 2, I would say Morocco, to be fair. I think they'll actually do all right. Again, I know it's a different type of climate, but it's still, it's not a massive problem for them. They've got some promising talent in there, so I think someone like that would be a little bit more threatening to us, potentially than the rest, that you haven't really mentioned there. But yeah, Morocco would be a nightmare. England, then Morocco, I think would be the worst 2 to get then drawn in pot 1 and pot 2 for me.
England the worst out of pot 1 for you, yeah?
Yeah, it would be a bit shite to play England.
Is that the hardest because it's the hardest team for you, or do you think it's because of everything else that comes along with it?
I think it would be the hardest draw for us. Is really where I'm coming from there. I don't think they're the best team in pot 1, but I think it'd be the hardest draw for us, just due to obviously the history, the build up, the mental block that might be sort of there on some of the players. Again, talking about that experience, that's where England can really sort of put their foot on the neck there, and then adding the added pressure to the occasion and the history of the game. I think that would be probably mentally the worst scenario for Scotland, in my opinion. But maybe I'm sort of overthinking that. But yeah, that's the team I would hate to see the most in pot 1. In the knockouts, not so arsed, but yeah, in pot 1, yeah.
If you're forming a group of death, you then need to say it can't be England because we've already said that the worst one from pot 4 would be a European team. So that's a positive.
That's true. But would I rather see England than one of those pot 4s? Yeah, probably.
So if you've got Italy already, for example, Scotland and Morocco,
yeah,
and then the next one's an Argentina or Brazil, for example.
Yeah,
that's a harder group than England, Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti.
Yeah,
I would say.
I mean, the worst draw you could get probably in pot 4 there would be probably Ghana if you were going with that structure of group. So yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, definitely, but yeah, that I don't know. That's my opinion anyway on pot 1. I would absolutely hate to see England in our group.
Struggy, your group of death.
Probably Argentina, even though it's in my group of I want to play them.
It's in your group of joy and death.
I agree with Andrew. Morocco, obviously they came fourth last year and they've got a strong squad, very physical team. I'd be interested in seeing us play Japan, a very technical team who tend to do well at World Cups. They certainly can pick out the odd results, so they can be quite difficult, quite experienced players. And then, so say we do Argentina, Japan and Morocco, then probably maybe not even Italy, but just one of the other awkward teams like Poland, who we struggle against from time to time, also quite boring. Turkey, quite a strong team, maybe even Czech Republic, even Denmark again. That would be ridiculous. It would be typical of fucking Scotland that they would get through. We play them. So yeah, something like that. It's always tricky, as I say. European teams in pot 4, the level is just so much different compared to the rest of the teams. So no matter who you get from Europe, it's going to be like one of the hardest games you get. No matter who it is, unless maybe it's like Ireland, or Northern Ireland. But yeah, or Wales. But then again, Wales always seem to be awkward for us. So.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like to see Wales there. I think that would
terrible team. They always seem to get these amazing results. Like their squad's like so shit. It's like an old school Scotland squad, like League One in England and everything, like leading the line. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
they're still riding off the success of like 2016, 2018 in terms of the world rankings as well. Somehow they're still way higher than us in the rankings, which I don't fully understand. Right, so your final group of death: Argentina, Morocco, Scotland, and a European team.
Yeah, let's just say Turkey.
Turkey, okay. Yeah, fair. I think Argentina. I'll just go a bit different and say Uruguay, Scotland, and Denmark.
Oh, I know.
Just to be, I think it would haunt us. But either way, we're all tuning in come Friday at 5. It's the biggest thing in the calendar between now and the 25th of December, really, isn't it? Massive.
My wife's birthday's next week, so I think that's just
my wife's birthday as well. So
yeah.
Nice caveats just in case they're listening, which they won't be. So you're fine. You're safe. Lovely stuff. Right, that's enough of that.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, sorry, I talk amongst yourselves. I just got a tweet through something about Scott McTominay. It always flashes up.
That was a question from one of our listeners. What's he saying about? What's he asked you about Scott McTominay there?
Yep. It says here, they've asked Americans. This person, has asked Americans to rank the 100 best players at the upcoming World Cup, and this they've ranked Pulisic at 39th and McTominay at 68th. So this person's wrote into the pod to say, "What a disgrace! Do you guys agree?" And I think we all do it.
No, absolutely not. Like Pulisic is not in the top 10. That's fucking crazy, man.
Maybe it was you that wrote in.
He's the best soccer player I've ever seen.
Soccer.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to prediction time. We'll rattle through these rapido. Andrew, you're looking at a Premiership match, I believe. What's your match and what's your prediction?
I am indeed. I am looking at St Mirren versus Dundee United. So goalsy affair for St Mirren tonight, as it was for United. Recording this on the Wednesday. I obviously was talking about St Mirren in the last podcast, and was saying how crucial, these games, and particularly that United game, is. They've shown real fight to get a point there at Aberdeen this evening. It's not an easy place to go midweek, so yeah, I'm going to back St Mirren for the win on Saturday. I'm going to say both teams to score. I'm going to say 3-1 St Mirren.
3-1?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just sticking the boot in because the Tangerines got a point off you tonight.
I mean, should have won it, to be fair, but yeah. No, it was a good effort. There's a lot of promising signs from Dundee United. I just think a decent team that's a little bit better organised than Rangers, moving forward, I think would have capitalised a lot on that defence, and they've obviously scored 3 goals tonight, at Pittodrie, so I'm thinking there could be some good goals in that game.
Yeah, I've not had a chance to watch the highlights back. It'll be interesting to see, was it just a free-flowing back and forth, almost basketball game, or were Aberdeen unlucky to lose or to draw in the end. Anyway, you've gone with a 3-1 win for the buddies.
There was a lot of shots just last on that. There was 18 shots for Aberdeen, 15 for St Mirren. It's pretty nip and tuck. So there was quite a few chances on the go there. So yeah, I'm buzzing to watch the highlights of that one. Actually, to be fair, should be good.
Will indeed be tasty. Matthew, over to you in your prediction, please.
Yep. Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Right, cool. Sorry, I pressed the mute button to cough and then it went all dark, so I wasn't sure if I broke it again. It's okay. Yes, I've gone for Ross County versus Airdrieonians at Dingwall. Very interesting game. County, as we've said many times, failing to kick on under Tony Dock. Airdrie picked up a win against the Rovers a couple of weeks ago and within touching distance of County. So if Airdrie win, County go bottom. And just looking at it, County have the worst defence in the league, which is pretty incredible.
Wow.
They're performing abysmally, given the money they've spent. They really need to win. And if you can't beat the team that's bottom of the league, then that's really worrying. And you could be maybe thinking of another manager before the end of the year. But I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I really could do with some correct result because I want those brioche rolls. I've already planned my fillings for my 12 rolls. I won't bore you with the list of fillings, but I'm going to go for, back to football, 3-2 County. They'll get the win. It'll be a slugfest. Last minute Ronan Hale penalty, 3-2. If that happens, I'm getting the rolls banged straight away.
I think you've got to get an extra point if that's what happens.
3-2 County.
Surely.
I'm on the rolls.
What? An extra point just for predicting the game?
No, exact last minute.
A last minute Ronan Hale penalty.
If that comes
Okay,
in,
yeah,
Sam, you give me the rolls.
I'll
As a
personally
one-off.
buy you
As a one-off.
a treat. I'll buy you a treat of some description.
Buy me a
if
double,
Ronan Hill gets a last minute
big
penalty to win
tasty,
3-2.
mate.
Okay, I'll buy you a double big tasty meal with a Coke Zero.
I had 1.5 of them tonight, so there you go.
Yeah, the big tasty again tonight.
Yeah, had another one, and wife only ate half of hers, so I
What?
smashed that as well.
So you've had a triple big tasty then?
Technically, yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, sorry.
You only
I
managed
digress.
half. What was there? She just said it's too much for her. Like,
No, she bought like a meal, but then didn't want to risk it by going full big tasty meal because she'd never had a big tasty before.
big tasty on the side.
Look, I encouraged it because obviously I knew it was coming my way, so I got a big half. So it was.
You liked it or not?
She liked it, but there wasn't enough room. But there's plenty of room in this tank, mate. So slotted that away like Chermiti from 6 yards, and yeah,
Doesn't even touch the sides.
exactly.
Slides on down.
Straight down the pipe. But yeah, anyway, sorry. I digress.
That's all right. We've had a 3-1 prediction and a 3-2 prediction. Very goalsy affairs so far. My game of choice is Elgin City against Clyde, 3rd versus 4th in League 2, up at Borough-Briggs. Both sides are in pretty decent form, to be fair. I think Clyde are unbeaten in their last 5, and Elgin have won 3 in their last 5, doing pretty well, scoring a fair amount of goals. I think it'll be pretty tight, pretty scrappy this time of year on those types of pitches. With this sort of weather is always, sort of recipe for mess. I think though Alan Hale's lads will prevail. I'm going to give them the sort of edge just because they've been winning more and sort of Clyde have been drawing too many games of late. I think Clyde will go into it with that sort of mindset that a draw's okay, and Elgin will pick them off towards the end. I think they'll get a 2-1 victory at home.
Congratulations on Mr. Hale signing a new contract. I think it was today or yesterday as well. So
yeah, he's
pass it on. He's probably listening. So
he is a friend of the pod. Is Alan Hale? Yep. Hi Alan, if you're listening.
Has he just messaged then? No,
that was Ronan Hale saying I'm going to miss the penalty in the last minute. It wasn't Alan Hale.
Damn you, Ronan Hale! You deny me my big tasty son. You'll be on the list.
Wait, you're going to put a big tasty in between those buns?
I'm just going to buy him a big tasty.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. I thought, he had plans for the buns. He was going to replace the bun with a big tasty. And I was like, we need to talk about this.
That's complicated stuff, mate. Just give me the big tasty and the buns.
Few too many Hales being mentioned on this pod. People will start thinking it's a Celtic podcast.
That was chance to be a funny thing.
Right, quiz time, lads. It's time for a new format involving some new technology. So prepare for
AI?
this. No, not AI. Not AI. It's a game of guess the goal. I'm going to play you some commentary over your little headphones, hopefully, and it's going to hopefully record onto the pod as well. So fingers crossed, this all goes well.
This is some 4th century shit, mate. What's going on here?
Is this freestyle as in buzzer in, or is it like a
No, I was about to go through the rules of this. So I'd like you to WhatsApp me directly if that's okay, just so that there's no buzzing in. Giving you both a chance to accumulate points here, just so that speed isn't of the essence. What I'm looking for is the name of the scorer, the scoreline, the final scoreline in the game, and the opponent.
Final score.
And these are all Scotland goals, based since it's a World Cup episode. They're all Scotland goals, and
I'm never
you should know them all. Put it that way. You should know them all.
So scorer, and opponent.
Yes. So there's 3 points per clip of commentary available, and so 15 points all in. There's 5 clips for you to listen to.
Nice.
Okay, let me just.
I'm never getting this.
You will do better than you think, I reckon. And what we'll do is if you send me a message after each one with your answers, we'll run through the answers as we go, as opposed to doing them all at the end. So let me just share this and hopefully it pops up for you. Can you see that?
I can see that, yes.
Now, I'm going to test it by pressing play. I'd like you to, if possible, give me a thumbs up once I press play to let me know you can hear it. But don't speak over it because the listeners, need to be able to hear the comms. Ready? Here we go.
People, after all he's been through in the last few years, Scotland have given themselves a head start as they seek the home playoff. It's a handed roar for this score.
That's clip number 1. I can give it to you again if you'd like.
Yeah, please. I was just sort of focusing on my thumbs up there, so I wasn't quite listening.
So I'm glad that you can hear it. This is working very, very well. Right, this is goal number 1 again for a second time.
Try again.
Oh.
People, after all he's been through in the last few years, Scotland have given themselves a head start as they seek the home playoff. It's a handed roar for this score.
Oh, it's hard.
There you go.
I'm
Crocker's dulcets. If in
even,
doubt, give it a guess.
I can't even guess. I've not a fucking clue who that would be.
I've got Matthew's answers in. I'm not going to say how well he's done.
Nah, I don't know.
Just yet.
I like the commentary though. It's a roar, Hampden roar. What did he say?
I'll just.
It's a Hampden roar for this score.
Yeah, more for this score. That's brilliant.
Right. I don't know. Absolutely no idea.
It's fine. You'll grow in. You'll grow into the
I
game.
have to pass. I have no idea.
Not even going to just take a guess at a player. You don't get any minus points for getting anything wrong. You could guess a score. I mean, you might as well write something down.
All right. Fucking no idea. Absolutely no idea.
I'm guessing, just to sort of help the audience put two and two together here, don't think Andrew's got it.
No, definitely not. Absolutely
Based on what he's
not.
just saying. Okay, so Matthew has said 3-2 Israel game, Suter being the goal scorer, and Andrew has gone for 1-0 against Ukraine, Robertson as the scorer. I can reveal to you that the man who Ian Crocker said has been through so much in the last few years is John Suter.
Yes.
The goal, however, was not against either Israel or Ukraine. It was against Austria to go 1-0, not Austria, Denmark, sorry, to go 1-0 up, and the final scoreline was 2-0.
Oh, yeah, 2-0, yeah. I got a point though,
So
right?
You get 1 point for Suter, yep. So it's 1-0 so far.
Come on.
But yeah, so
Well
it's
done,
Suter's
mate.
header against Denmark.
I think I'm going to really struggle on this quiz. This is gonna
There's a
be
few
hard one.
easier ones, I would say. Goal number 2 coming up next.
Try again. What an exchange with Darren Fletcher! For Scotland! 21 minutes gone! Can you believe it? Scotland are ahead. But what about the combination between the two youngsters?
Sorry, the goal 3 started playing after that by mistake.
Youngsters.
Matthew has locked in. I will play the clip again for you, Andrew, if you'd like.
Nah, it's pointless. Fucking absolutely. I've not got a clue, like, at all. Fucking just guessing this now.
That one was a bit of an older clip. As you can tell, it's Rob McLean
And the Beeb.
on the Beeb back in when it was free to air, which is it is
It
now
is again
again.
now,
It's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
But
Andrew also now
from the
locked
halfway
in.
line.
The scoreline in the game was 1-0, so you both get a point for that. The opponents were the Netherlands in 2003 in the playoff, and the goal scorer was James McFadden.
Yes.
Try again.
Just to let our listeners
What an exchange with Darren
have another shot.
Oh.
Anyway,
Well,
that's
again.
Struggy.
no, sorry. Andrew said Barry Ferguson 1-0 San Marino, and
Going
and
absolutely
Struggy
apeshit after scoring against San Marino.
and Struggy got all 3 points. So it's 4 points to 1 after 2 goals. Moving on to goal number 3.
This is quite sensational! Scotland have picked their moment to strike! Unbelievable scenes in the Ullaval!
That's goal number 3. Would you like it again?
No.
No, it's okay.
The listeners maybe do.
Do it.
I'll do it again just for the banter.
Scotland have picked their moment to strike! Unbelievable scenes in the Ullaval!
Is that right?
Sorry, it's
On reverse.
jumping from the end to the start, but you get the gist.
Could be.
I can
completely
reveal
misremembering
that the game was Norway 1, Scotland 2,
Yes.
and the goal scorer of the second goal was Kenny McLean. So it's McLean 2-1, Norway. Those are the 3 correct answers, and you both got 3 points there. Well done.
Yes, go
Nice.
on.
Scores are 7-4. Going into goal number 4.
This is big! This is huge! This is massive! This is Scotland! And this is the Scotland way! You just have to go with it! Oh, come on! Listen to this, please!
What's he
These
saying?
last
This is
2
big,
are
this is huge.
the bigger testers than the other 3. I would say these 2. I'll give you it again.
This is big! This is huge! This is massive!
This is massive.
And this is the Scotland way. You just have to go with it.
Oh, come on, listen to this, please.
I love how you just can't think of another word. This is big.
Yeah.
This is huge. This is massive.
Yeah, the little pause before he says massive is so good.
Massive.
I will say some of these clips have been cropped by me to omit scorer names, so if they sound a bit dodgy, that's why.
Okay.
Massive.
Got answers from
I don't think this is right, but
both. Andrew's gone Griffiths 2-2 England. Matt's gone 3-2 Israel again. McTominay the scorer this time instead of Suter. And I can reveal Matthew has scooped 3 points again.
well
Come
done,
on.
Shaggy.
It was the last minute goal from McTominay at Hampden to beat Israel 3-2.
I just mind McCoist in that game. Like that's what really confirmed it for me when Coisty is there. Like at the end, I love it.
Yeah, those two are a fine pairing. So they are like cheese and wine.
Massive.
Crock and Coist.
Crock and Bush, baby.
So that is 10-4. It's an insurmountable lead. Matthew has one, but we will have the fifth goal
Yay.
just for banter. I will, because this one is so hard, I'm going to make it worth double points, actually. 2 per correct thing.
Oh,
So
double points.
There's a chance here for a tie, Andrew.
Griffiths, and he's hooked it on here to Anya. Waiting for the cross. He's done it. Better late than never. Again. Scotland are leading. Scotland are believing. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming after all.
Well, Lee Griffiths does so well here to use his body to shield the ball. Defender dives in, ends up wrong side. Anya slips it in front post, and for the first time tonight, Skipco can't get there quickly enough.
Oh, that might have
mean,
been a little giveaway at the end there, but
Yeah, the opposition has been given away by that.
I missed it.
Mistake by me.
Look, it's not a crucial point because I'm gonna win. Come on.
Struggy's that confident.
Well, I think I was there,
Wow.
mate.
Right, okay.
You think you were there?
I think I was there with you, mate.
Oh, you think so?
I think so, mate.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure, mate.
So he must have. We at least got one then.
Players mentioned in the clip: Griffiths, Anya, and
I know.
Skirtle. I think.
Skirtle, so yeah. Pretty sure.
Free from desire. When did that
I've
get
done-
come in? Like
That was bits and pieces. That wasn't freed from desire.
whatever. When did Free from Desire come in though? After when was that?
Euro 2016. It was Will Grigg, the Northern Ireland player. that Got it. Gonna need an Andrew guess.
I know. I'm just trying to think. I don't know. I don't know who the scorer is. I couldn't even guess. Yeah, I'll just go that. I've put it in the wrong order. Apologies. Put it
That's
in
all right, no
back
problem.
to front.
So the guess from Andrew is Slovakia 2-2 Fletcher. Struggy's gone Slovakia 1-0 Martin or own goal. It was Slovakia, it was 1-0. Struggy gets no points though for the scorer because it was Martin Skirtle with an own goal.
As I said, or own goal. Martin own
Yeah, but
goal.
you said or own goal. You can't give two
Classic
answers and
Struggy
hope for the
putting-
best.
Imagine
putting
Might be
chips
minus
across
points for
everything.
that.
Imagine picking a
Yeah,
Scotland goal that was
I think
a
it's
fucking
about
own
minus
goal.
10 points for that.
Picking a clip that's an own goal is unbelievable. Like
I told you it was a toughie. That's why mate, you gotta really
it was a
watch
toughie even
your
without
tongue
the
there.
own goal. I put or own goal. That's worth half a point.
No, it's worth nothing.
Get lost.
If you just put own goal, I would have given you the points.
But it was controversial. Some folks said it was Martin. Some folks said it was own goal.
Well, it's just down as an own goal, isn't it? So shove up your hoop. I'm gonna just double check that before I.
Of all the goals you
get
could have
at
picked,
it.
you picked own goal. Memorable,
any
memorable
result
own
for-
goal there. Thanks, own goal.
Oh,
Flower of own goal.
I think
Yeah,
I've got
Andrew's
collection of
just-
half points now.
yeah, he's just popped in a message that could actually claim him quite a lot of half points here. He said all my answers that I've put down have an asterisk after them saying or any result, or any scorer, or any team. So Andrew does get an extra 2.5 points for the whole thing, and does win.
I don't think that's correct, to be fair. Don't deny me my rare victories in
As
these
Willie
quizzes.
call him in the VAR. No,
Matthew ends up on
deserved.
14 points, and yes, Andrew ends up on 6. So it was
Shoddy.
a resounding victory for Mr. Strugnall. Well done. Did you enjoy the new format of the quiz this time, lads?
I did.
I did, yeah, that was really tricky, but that was cool.
It was good.
I liked it. A little bit of audio in there, so yeah, hearing the old Crocker go tits.
That was class.
Better than
it's
hearing
good.
our voices sometimes, isn't it? Well, you know,
Absolutely.
it is the 7 pods of Christmas. We've got 5 left now after today,
Wow.
before the 25th,
Yeah.
before Father Christmas empties his sack all over our living rooms.
Nice.
So, yeah, loads of new formats to look forward to. Thanks for listening as always, guys. Matthew, what should everyone who's listening do right now? What do you want them to go and do?
Empty the sacks.
Just get ready for the big draw on Friday. Enjoy work or whatever you're doing whilst listening to this. But come 5 o'clock, get yourselves on the TV, I'd assume BBC, and watch Gianni and some other crooks doing the draw.
Lovely. Rousing stuff. If you could also like, share, and subscribe, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Until then,
Yeah.
see y'all
I feel
later.
like I have to be what they were planning to do for the day. I don't know what they're doing. It's could be working. Could be have a day off. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. Push the notifications on your phone. Follow us on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and
Comment as well.
Just buy my crypto as well if you've got
Slide
any.
us
Spare cash.
And always wipe front to back.
And go nooch.
Always. Right, goodbye. Cheers.